So we did a good job.
Hey man, you know, in those situations, the main thing is, the reality is nothing was really damaged here, but also you didn't fucking get hurt.
Exactly right, mate. Everyone and everything made at home still, so it is, as I said.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of the show. So today I am, or between jobs I should say, because I've already done a couple of jobs, I'm going to go to a customer who had this issue. Now what's happened is somehow these wheel studs have sheared off and only a couple were left on, so he needs me to fix this. So I'm going to head to his place now, take those old wheel studs out and then install the new wheel studs, and then also check out those brakes and make sure there's no issues with them. So we'll head there now and take a look. Alright, sweet, so I'm here. So this is the issue, eh? What's going on?
I think it's just one of those things.
What happened?
Just driving home from camping, and was driving down the highway, and I started to feel a slight vibration, and I mean it was really slight.
From the back, eh?
I genuinely at the time couldn't tell where the vibration was coming from, and I only really felt it as I was going around the highway, as I took like a sweeping left, like a long, you know, like just turning left kind of thing.
Yeah.
I felt the vibration, and I said to I kind of looked at my partner in the passenger seat, and I kind of said, I might pull off at the next exit and just have a little look around.
Yeah.
And about 100 metres more, the wheel came off. So I wasn't wrong. Something obviously was wrong. But again, man,
Did you say you went through all the wheels though before you left and tightened them?
Yeah. And so after you left, the next couple of days, I really didn't drive that much at all. Maybe 30-ish k's, maybe kind of thing. And then, but before I went for a longer drive, I was like, I'll go around them and just double check them all. And then again, man, they all seemed fine to me. And even after towing, so I towed the trailer all the way down to Port Macquarie, it's like a 5-hour drive. When we got down there and set up, I again didn't go crazy, you know what I'm talking about. But I did give it a little look around, and everything to the back of it seemed absolutely fine. There was no obvious signs of anything. And then again, man, on the way back, it just that little vibration, then which now I'm assuming might have been one of the studs, or two of them might have been at that point let go, kind of thing, was why I started to feel the vibration.
Yeah.
And as I said, so luckily as well, the wheel got trapped. So the wheel. It
took a bit of fun. Is that the spare we're going to throw on?
I've already put the spare on the front, so that one's going to go on there. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because this one here. Fucking hell.
That one's, man, that's not going to be used again, man. It's mainly, I wasn't seeing anything about those bits, but if you can start all those, they're all there.
Yeah, let me get some of that. Oh yeah.
And as you can see, by the inside of the rim, the drum, it fell onto the drum and managed to keep the wheel under the drum, if that makes any sense. And
yeah.
Like, it obviously wasn't on the car properly, but at least it protected, the drum never slammed into the floor, essentially, you know what I mean? Like none, it obviously took a knock, as you can, hence why it's obviously come loose, but at least it didn't knock on. Which as well, I reckon having the trailer on probably helped, because that would have supported the weight of the back end a fair bit as well, as opposed to...
Alright. That's weird, eh? Because this is snapped off in here.
Yeah, sure.
Like that's snapped off in there. That's... It's like...
So as you can see, the two studs I couldn't get out are still fucking in there. So
I'll get them out.
Be able to fucking... with a bit more of a mango, I would get a little bit. I didn't want to start hitting it too hard, but
yeah,
three of them were completely gone. As in they were gone, and then sorry, one was. These are the ones I got out. So those three were like still left, but as you can see, so we did a good job.
Hey man, you know, in those situations, the main thing is, the reality is nothing was really damaged here, but also you didn't fucking get hurt.
Exactly right, mate. Everyone and everything made at home still, so it is, as I said.
So looking at it here real quick, good news. Most of it's pretty good news. I'll bang these out, throw these new studs in.
Yep.
I'll pop this back into place.
Yeah, for sure.
This guy here looks a little bent. I'll fix him up, but only to the point where I need to. It's only bending that much, because once I put that in, it'll
Yeah,
kind
for
of seat
sure.
itself.
Yes, yeah.
This seal, you can see it's not actually popped all the way out, so it's not leaking too
I did
much.
have a little look at that, and I was like, I don't think it's done.
No.
Yeah, really any damage other than it's just knocked itself off.
Oh, that's sweet.
But
Yeah.
there's no. Again, I think it got saved by catching the wheel, because it never took a hard knock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It never at any point did that hit the ground.
And you can see the actual where the studs go.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not made a bit of a. This one's the
There's
smallest.
Nothing that instantly concerns me. Yeah.
Far
As I
out.
said, I definitely think.
Right. So as you can see, that happened. But we got 6 new studs. The way I'm going to bang these out with a punch, I'm going to whack them out, make sure there's no damage on the inside here. From there, I'm going to pull these in. This tool helps a lot. You put this over the stud, so then instead of it just binding on the actual axle, this will spin as you turn in the lug nut. So I'll do that now. There's one. There's 2. Alright, so I'm going to pull these studs in. Pretty straightforward. Make sure that backing plate is lined up correctly. So, like, I've had a look. It's all pretty clean in here. Especially because they were either completely snapped or they were stuck in there. So what I do is, this isn't so much for it going in. This is just like a heat thing. Chuck a little bit of inox because it does get a little bit hot when you're trying to put it in. So I'll throw this guy here, pull it with your hand, chuck this guy here, this spins. Now the idea is obviously we want it to go on straight because this is concaved. That works really well with this lug nut. As you can see, this will start to spin. Bang. Easy as that. Now the idea is we don't want to damage the threads. So that one pulled in super duper easy. And that's exactly what we want. Alright, 5 more. And when you pull it in, you want to pull it flush, and you also just want to see the end of the, what I suppose you'd say, like splines of the top of this stud. Because if you keep ramming it, you're going to shear it off. So you have a look. Done. Beautiful. I have a feeling this handbrake is on as well, which doesn't help with moving that. Alright, now that this is done, just doing this briefly, and I'm going to hit it with some brake cleaner, clean it off. We're going to run these nuts all the way down and all the way back to make sure that we haven't damaged any of the threads. Easy, no problem there. Alright, as you saw, they're all going smoothly. They're all nice and plumb, flush, whatever you want to call it. Now I need to reseat this shoe onto this wheel cylinder, and from there, just hit it with a bit of brake clean, just, you know, peace of mind, make sure there's no debris, this, that, the other on it, and I didn't get any of this on the stuff. So, we'll try to do it by hand. If it doesn't work by hand, we will try a different way. this retainer is loose, which is going to cause some problems. As you can see, this one's on tight, so I'll have to remove this, and then, so you shouldn't be able to do this by hand, but oh, it's fucking snapped. So this one here, that's why we're getting, so good news, number one, wheel cylinder's in good nick,
Yep.
shoes are in good nick, everything's in good nick, studs are in, this retainer's snapped.
Yeah.
I may have one in my car though, surprisingly, because I do a lot of brake jobs, as you can imagine, but I might have a spare one in my car, so let me go check. So that's what it's supposed to look like, and it holds it super in place. We need to get one. This is one of those, I can't jerry rig something up.
For sure, mate.
Alright, so just got off the phone with a few different parts suppliers, and I'm gonna have to go to Nissan. Luckily they have one, so I'm gonna bring the part with me and I'm gonna go grab it. And just to clarify, it's this. It's the anti-rattle brake shoe retainer thing, so not the worst thing to get. I mean, it could be a hell of a lot worse. You know, I'd rather a 20-minute drive there and back to get it fixed than doing a whole lot of other crap. But anyway, let's do it. $8. We got the part. Alright, let's go. Alright, we're back. We're going to chuck it on. There we go. That's a bit better. Alright. What I'll get you to do is, I'll get you to just push the brake pedal, and I just want to see how it behaves. I just want to make sure that it's not leaking here mainly. So, yeah. On. Off. On. Off. Yep, sweet. It's all working good. There we go. Now throw the drum back on. Time. No noises, no nothing. Sounds pretty good. Let me open this window up. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. All the studs snapping off like that. Normally that's from like a loose wheel, but he reckons he had a full trailer, full tray, heaps of people in the car, but who knows, maybe they were over tightened, maybe they weren't tight enough. They're definitely tight enough now, so brakes are working good, not having any issues, no squeaks, no nothing. I'll go for a bit more of a drive, but I'm pretty sure it's straightforward. As you all saw, there wasn't really that much damage, so got lucky, a few studs and essentially one anti-rattle brake shoe retainer. Sweet as. Alright, I'm gonna head back. Just an example, we are on a hill. Neutral. Handbrake up. You should not be moving, and this is a steep as hill. It doesn't give it justice, but handbrake works good. No ABS lights on. Bloody ripper. Sweet, so it all works. Handbrake's good. No ABS lights on. No weird noises, this, that, the other, all studs replaced, and that retaining clip. I think we got pretty lucky with it, and to be honest with you, for shit to go wrong, I think it was kind of lucky all over, you know what I mean? So it's one of those ones where at the end of the day, quick little fix, back on the road, and I just don't know what the fuck, you know, having all that weight on, but it's supposed to carry the weight, you know what I mean? So
bad studs from factory. That's just
It could have been as well. Sometimes they can actually twist, like say someone puts it on, like say when they check, a lot of the tire guys do it, and you might not know taking it on and off, but they fucking ram it home, and it actually contorts it, which gives up a bit of tensile strength.
Yep.
But anyway, man, all right, that's enough of this talking the car. All right, all finished. All things considered, he got super lucky. That's what happens when you're switched on when you're driving. You notice things the car's doing, and then you pull over and that happens. So all sorted, pretty straightforward. Again, considering how bad it could be. But that's that video. I'm going to the next job. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for another one. Peace.